What's up, Surf City? This is Anthony Campo and Vu Trong coming at you with CAFit Videocast Episode 7.
What's up, guys?
All right, let's jump into it today. We have a pretty fun day for you, especially being the new year. There's a lot of people out there looking at weight loss, fat loss. But let's start with who we are. I am Anthony Campo, Program Director of CAFit. My background education, I have a BA in Leadership and Organizational Studies from Chapman University. CrossFit Level 1 certified, Kids certified, Endurance certified, Oli certified, level whatever. And I'm finishing up my OPEX CCP Level 1. Got to send it in. I've been involved in fitness since about 2000. Been involved in CrossFit since about 2005, 2006.
That's a lot of certifications.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can follow up with that, but anyways, this is Vu Trong, strength and CrossFit coach at CAFit, CrossFit Surf City. Got my CrossFit Level 1, currently a nationally ranked weightlifter, Olympic weightlifter. And I have had 5 years of naval and combat medicine where we cover a lot of sports injuries, trauma injuries, and a lot of anatomy and physiology background.
Where were you deployed?
Iraq and Afghanistan. I wish I can see the world, but those are the best place, I guess.
Nice. A little bit of desert.
They're all desert.
Yeah.
All
right. Our purpose for bringing you this regular series of video casts and all that is to educate y'all. There's a lot of information out there. We want to bring you the best information.
The most accurate.
Yeah, and kind of get behind, the scenes of get on our heads of how we would work with certain people, in certain situations. Mm-hmm. All right, but number one, educate you so we could set you up for success.
Right on. Okay, so we got positive focus as always, and then we're gonna go into our program coming up for next week with testing. Next week's gonna be a lot of fun tests for both fitness and function. So John, we'll check that out. On that note, make sure you guys comment your results on Facebook or our website so we can have direction of where to go with our program next. Then number 3, we're going to go over our topic of the day. This is what you should be paying attention to. It's really important if your goal is to improve performance and especially losing body fat. Okay, we have 5 action steps for you. And finally, just coming up, a few announcements of our fun events coming up.
All right, positive focus. So for me, this week it's New Year. It's a great time to have a closing of one period and an opening of a new cycle, or if you one closing of a cycle and opening a new cycle. So put everything else behind you, and then I know a lot of people like to start fresh, start new for the new year. But yeah, it's just great to look ahead and. Man, we're 2015. I've got another birthday coming up. Oh man.
It's been a quick year. 2014 has been a quick year.
Absolutely. What about you, Vu?
All right. Training has been getting very consistent. With heavier weights as well. We talked last episode where Anthony said all I care about is how much weight you lift. So that's true. My life involves around lifting heavy weights. Are we gonna have an in-house weightlifting meet coming? So snatch, clean and jerk. Singlets are optional, so don't worry about wearing those. So I'm excited for that coming up.
Maybe for some of you, you've been waiting for the perfect opportunity to break out your favorite singlet, but so
every Saturday, singlet Saturday. All right.
Maybe that's just Vu.
Yeah, that's just me. We got next week program for function. All right. So on Monday we have baseline tests. I remember my first baseline test. It was horrible. Anyways, followed by 100 kettlebell swings for time. Fun time.
Yeah, awesome. So baseline test, just to kind of give you a purpose behind that. just to kind of set you up, kind of see where you started when you first started with us, and to see, comparatively where everybody's at. And then 100 kettlebell swings for time. This is something we repeat multiple times. There's a lot of grip there. There's a lot of shoulder endurance and elements in that aspect. And then on Tuesday, we have our level 1 test. So if you've been looking to earn your white wristband, that Tuesday is the day to do it. And then Wednesday, you guys have off. And then Thursday, we have a 2-mile run, 50 pull-ups in under 20 minutes. This is level 2 for men. And then 25 pull-ups, a 2-mile run and 25 pull-ups in 25 minutes for women. And then part 2, clean and jerk, 10 at body weight and overhead, 10 at overhead squat, 3 forward of body weight, and then body weight, clean and jerk. And then we got some burpee tests in the final part.
It's level 2.
This is level 2, so if you want to earn your orange band, then go ahead and do that. Friday, level 3. So if it posts level 3 for next week, don't worry. We're going to scale it down. It'll be, we'll do a version of it. So show up, have fun, have a great workout. And, for those crazies that are going to carry the sandbags around the block.
I mean, not to scare anybody, no one here has ever gotten a level 3 band. I mean, nobody. So, no problem. Don't worry about it.
Earn that orange band.
That's
infamous.
Blue band for level.
I'm sorry, blue and orange. Blue, orange writing. All right, so move on. Next.
We got fitness. Monday, 20-minute AMRAP, 5 power cleans, 10 toes to bar, and 15 wall balls. So what's the reason behind this test?
It's relatively just in a capacity, like aerobic capacity test. So you got 20 minutes. You got a lot of, you got to move some weight around, and then a little heavier than most people are used to for that period of time. And then just trying to see, what can you do in, throughout that 20 minutes.
It's like a fun Cindy. Then Tuesday, we have 50 double unders, 10 burpees, 40 double unders, 10 burpees, 30 double unders, 10 burpees, 20 double unders, 10 burpees, 10 double unders, and 10 burpees. Man, this sounds like a burner here.
Yeah, a little bit of skills. Can you start to breathe, right? Some objectives here. Can we get you in a breathing state and still be able to maintain, be able to do double unders? Because I know when I personally start breathing heavier, it's harder for me to do double unders. So we first did this in May, so I just wanted to bring this back and retest it. So we'll move on to the next.
Wednesday, we got a build to a max snatch, and then from then, 25 reps of the max snatch you just did at 77%. After that, for total time, 500-meter row, rest 90 seconds on a rower strapped in, and then another 500-meter row. So basically a 500-meter row repeat.
Yeah. So what you're trying to do with A and B is trying to test how much can you repeat a high percentage of your 1 rep max. Especially on snatch. We do a version CP battery test of the power clean, which is build to a max snatch, and then AMRAP at 90%. Similar but a little different with this, but it is a squat snatch, so you have to go ahead and complete that. And then the second part is you're trying to get the 2 highest scores with incomplete rest period. So it's like you don't want to go 140 and 150 or 130 and 140. You should be about, within a few seconds of each other. I've seen some pretty high level guys do like 127 and 129 or something like that.
That's crazy.
So super fast, super hard. See if you can get into like that crappy feeling, only get 90 seconds recovery, not a full recovery, and then get right back into it and repeat that. So kind of, in some ways, a fatigue repeatability in that sense.
Wow, that's crazy stuff.
And then the whole gym's going to be doing level 3 on Friday. All right. Send you off for the work. Yeah.
That's tough Friday right there. All right.
All right. Our topic of the week is 5 action steps to fat loss success. What we're going to go over is understanding your nervous system roles in fat loss and how do we fix it. I'm going to turn the majority of this over to Vu. This is he worked a lot on this, and we'll go from there.
All right, guys. So first, I'm gonna get a little geeky, a little bit more sciencey with your own body. So the nervous system. The 2 things we're gonna talk about with your nervous system today are the sympathetic and the parasympathetic nervous system and their roles in how you can utilize it for the fat loss, right? So your body works to achieve the balance between the 2. So you heard of homeostasis. It's a state of balance. You want to, you don't want to be, like things such as you don't want to be too full, but you don't want to be too hungry. That's the homeostasis state, right? So as you see, kind of like the picture on the bottom right there, your body is gonna try to find that balance, and like I said, right here, it's a dynamic balance. So if you're in a fight or flight response, after that, your body is gonna try to do its best to bring you down to the rest and digest. So that's why sometimes once you experience something that's very stressful, emotionally stressful or mentally stressful, you feel tired. That's the cue your body wants you to take a break, sleep, do something, okay, to regain the balance. So anything you can relate to that, Anthony?
Well, I like just to have everybody kind of look and keep this in mind as far as the balance and the teeter-totter of it, because like versus the actual physiology and scientific, like the mechanical side of this, I want everybody to kind of take the kind of philosophical aspect of this and realize that not only does your body work like this, but your own like mental psychology and just your whole mental and spiritual and all that stuff that it's not as quantifiable works the same way. So, but that stuff affects your mechanical system. Okay, so
Absolutely.
If you're not taking time to decompress, kind of chill out and everything else, like it's going to affect you physically, okay? And it's going to manifest itself physically, okay?
Right. Yep. So spring break time. So we're talking about the parasympathetic nervous system. It's about rest. It's about digestion. So that's why I said rest and digest. So things that you can think about that relates to your parasympathetic nervous system is things that you enjoy that's relaxing. So if you watch a scary movie, that's not very relaxing, okay? That you enjoy it, you may enjoy it, but that's not relaxing. Things such as eating the right food, is sleeping, napping, things that are gentle, yoga, tai chi, stuff like that. Those are things that's gonna help you calm down and has to do with your parasympathetic nervous system. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. So like I do a lot, like I just spiritually and looking at like different religions, like I did a lot of study. I had a course in college about Eastern concepts of healing and health, and you bring in this concept of yin and yang, and it's like it's like it kind of it really gives me the chills to think of like, well, we have some scientific proof that this yin and yang theory and concept actually it manifests itself physically, right? So the parasympathetic is like I'm not familiar with which one's yin, which one's yang, but you've got
Gentle,
the
yeah.
gentle, right? The balance right there. So like, and we're the more that we study the human body, we realize like this is actually things that help out, that actually not just help out, but that are unique and concrete. Like there's a book called Lights Out. It talks about it takes an evolutionary perspective on what is stressing us out and what is causing disease and all this other stuff. And it has to do with a lot of this. Like, if trust me, I've been there with stress around, life stress, finances, all that stuff. That stuff eats at you and it's always there and you're not able to sleep as much. So then you be getting into this sympathetic state.
Right, which is
Right?
what we're going to talk about next. Um, the sympathetic system. You think about it, your national defense. So this is your body mechanism to keep you safe, right? So things such as adrenaline that has to do with your sympathetic nervous system. Now here's the problem though. Our body or today with today's society, everything can cause your national defense to be under the alert. Something such as, okay, you just broke up with your lover, you had a fight with your spouse, anything like that. But back in the day, it was just basically survival. You go into the woods, you saw a big bear, your national defense comes up, okay, and then shut down. But now in today's society, anything can trigger that, even if you're driving and you get stuck in traffic. All right, so it is your fight or flight response, and it's associated with stress, physical, emotional, and mental. It talks about exertion and destruction. So either it's stress from working out, like the cartoon when the guy's trying to deadlift there, or stress from work, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And one thing, as far as your mental outlook and approach to this stress, like I want you to, if you get in a situation where maybe you're stressed out at work, some stuff happens, all that stuff is like there's a big drive. This sympathetic is basically, if you would go sympathetic and start reacting and internalizing that stress. But I want you to think of like the last time you saw like a sports, like an athlete play at a high level and they said, hey, I was in the zone. And basically what that is that they have not internalized that stuff. Like I remember playing, football and having great games and it didn't feel like it was effortless. And basically if that stress comes up, don't internalize it. Just let it come. Figure out what's the next action step you need to do and go for it. So don't internalize it. Don't let it just get in your zone and go. Don't let it, if someone honks at you, just let it go. Okay? It'll help you manage the situation a lot better.
That's a good kid song too. Let it go. Anyways, so why do all these stuff matter? So like I've mentioned it, with today's society, we are always stressed. Defense is overworked, right? The scale of the balance is tipped. We no longer have that balance in our life. So we regularly put ourselves in unnecessary stress. Late hours at work. We undereat and we overexercise all the time. We see that a lot with whether it's New Year's resolution and all that good stuff, right? Those are things while we do not realize is there, but it is there. It's slowly making us unhealthy and packing on body fat.
Absolutely.
And because of that, your hormones in your body is gonna become imbalanced. Like I said, you're gonna accumulate more body fat. You're thinking about, I worked out all the time, I eat great, but even though you get all that part right, you're always stressed in your head. You're always thinking about work. You're thinking about the fight you just had. Your body is not going to be able to use that fuel and burn the fat it needs to. So you will always accumulate the body fat.
Yeah, so I mean, it's people's natural tendency to be like, something's not working, so I personally need to do more, right? You need to do more of the right thing versus more of what is causing you stress and overworking you. Okay? I mean, you think about if you stay up 20, 36 hours and try to drive, like you're not as mentally there and you can't react to things as well. Like I learned this early on with how to make gains in strength. I was in high school, I would just do one set to max effort per week, and then each week it was increasing. Like I'm talking 10 to 20 pounds a week on it. And, you ask yourself why, because it's very, very, you give your body time to recover, and there's some scientific basis around all that stuff. Okay?
Well, what's not the answer? Exercise more, eat less. That is not the answer. All right. So next we would discuss the 5 action steps to your fat loss success.
All right. Yeah, the 5 action steps. So, number one, more high intensity weight training. And what does this look like? You're going to focus on big major lifts. So, functional movements. That's why we are the core of our program is functional movements. Okay. Back squats, deadlift, press, clean, jerk, pull ups, push ups, sit ups, squats. Okay. Rep schemes, the sets will range from 3 to 7. It's very broad, but and then from 3 to 15 reps. It's very broad because it can vary throughout the time of the year, and you guys want to constantly change that stuff. And then also a higher time under tension. Okay, so
Pauses.
yeah, pauses, negatives, things like that. Okay.
All right. So next one is kick traditional cardio. Now, that's the difference between the 30 to 45 minutes of active recovery and the traditional cardio. So with the 30 to 45 minutes active recovery, you're doing something you enjoy. You go for a walk, for just the nice things to take your minds off of things. Now, the traditional we're talking about is something such as running, keep your heart rate up at the 80-90% zone for a long period of time. What happened during that time is your body, we talk about the sympathetic nervous system, your body received that, your hormones receive that as stress, and that's how your body's going to break down the muscles you've had and accumulate body fat. So that's why we don't want to do cardio over a long period of time.
Yeah, and the traditional type is useful at certain periods of time with certain people. It's on an individual by individual basis.
Right.
So.
All right. Step number 3: focus on high intensity cardio. We're talking about all out effort and make it short. We have more rest than work. Example: 12 seconds all out work and followed by 24 seconds of rest. Repeat 8 to 10 times.
Yeah, so we put that in the workout sometimes, and I know it feels like you're not doing enough work, or you're not breathing a lot, so you don't feel like you're getting a great workout. But ultimately, when it comes to things like this, we're trying to release and get these good hormones throughout the body.
Right.
So we need to put the body in a very high intense short stress period, and then allow it to recover.
Right. All right. Continue. Step number 4: focus on improving your food quality. We're gonna ditch the fast food restaurant and the processed food and opt out for the whole foods type. Obviously, we're gonna improve your digestion with the whole foods. We're gonna give you the it's gonna give you the right nutrients for you to help you sleep better, to help you function throughout the day better. All the sugar that you've been eating or the crappy food is gonna spike your blood insulin and all that good stuff. So eating whole foods, eating the right type of food is going to keep your blood sugar in check, keep everything else in check.
Yeah, the number one thing is digestion. One of the biggest things is digestion, right? So, like, if you're not absorbing the nutrients that you need to do, or you're getting, like certain foods will leak into your bloodstream and things like that, which will create you in a state of inflammation, things like that. So, it's not just about fast food, this fatty food, and that's a completely different what's fattening, because I hear that questioning all the time. Bad digestion is fattening. Let's put it like that. So, a steak with a good amount of fat on it isn't fattening, right? And also getting enough animal fats and getting the right fats from nuts and seeds will also help with that.
Right on. The last point, you want to set a regular sleep and wake cycle. So basically, you just want to get your body in the right rhythm. Get your body enough rest. Your body's been working hard throughout the day, and it needs the rest. These will balance out the parasympathetic and sympathetic nervous system we just talked about.
Okay? Yeah. Man, I've taken naps and I wake up feeling like $1,000,000.
Yeah, naps are great. Athletes nap all the time.
Okay, going over to announcements. Please enter your test scores in the comment box on your website or Facebook. What we're trying to get is not, we want to know what you did as far as these next couple testing weeks, but we also want to get more comments on the blog. We would love for everybody, for this year to start really commenting on the blog and letting them know what they did, how it felt, if they enjoyed the workout, all that stuff.
Yeah, it's really bring everyone together.
Yeah, we can, coaches can jump on there, coach you from the blog and all the other stuff.
All right, and the next big thing, the Fit for Life Nutrition Challenge, will start on January 17th and end right on Valentine's Day, February 14th. So what this is, we'll start with a before measurement, your circumference, and then as well as a before photo. After that, we're gonna have a fun workout. This workout does not count toward anything of your score. Just a fun workout to bring everyone together. And then finally, we have a nutrition seminar where we'll go over zone diet, how to do zone, what your zone's prescription looks like based on your body type, based on your goals, and cooking kilos, which is a catering company will come in with their foods. I've known a ton of people here in the gym are having them cooking the foods, and it's great. They can make the perfect zone meals for you.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I spent, I did it for a few weeks. Nathan's out of town right now, and really, I didn't cook for like 2 months, and honestly, I absolutely enjoyed not cooking. I'm there, man. Like I just cooked all my stuff for the week. But, since I'm not doing the food prep or getting cooking kilos to deliver food, and it's pretty reasonable actually as far as cost. But it gave me time for other stuff.
Right.
Like I mean, think about it. That if we go back to our topic, cooking is a stressor, right? Maybe for some people it's not, but it is something else to be doing, versus maybe going for a walk, with your loved one or going to a movie or doing something like that.
Right. Yeah, it's time for you to enjoy something you like.
Yeah. So the main point is do what you love. If you don't like doing it,
don't do it.
Don't do it. All right. If you have any questions, suggestions for a topic, comment below, and we'll see you next time.
All right. Goodbye.